Hey, so I am creating this video for me. I'm creating this video so when times get hard, I can look back on it and remind me of how good God has been to me. So I just finished my last AODS class. I still have to do my internship to graduate. But I just finished my last class to make me eligible for the internship. So AODS stands for Alcohol and Other Drug Studies. My end goal, my final goal is to be a clinical social worker that works within the substance use disorder field. So I still have a lot more schooling to go, but I'm done with this portion, or almost done with this portion. I'm done with the class portion. And I'm so grateful because it was really hard for me. I went back to school in spring of 2023. In December of 2022, I did a long fast, and I felt like at the end of my fast, God was telling me to go to school to be an alcohol and drug counselor. Or I guess I should say return to school to be an alcohol and drug counselor, because I first started this program in 1998, and I ended up switching my major to kinesiology, and I stayed in the health and wellness field for pretty much my whole life. And so in January 2023, I enrolled in school to become an alcohol and drug counselor. And with my first meeting with my counselor, I found out that all of my social sciences had to be retaken. In the program I'm in, your social sciences cannot be more than 10 years old. So not only did I return to school, I had to take classes I had already took and passed. So that was a little discouraging. And because I want to be a clinical social worker, I had to take some social work classes to make me eligible for another program that I'm in. So it was a lot. So anyway, my first semester, I registered in all online classes. I have 3 children that still live at home. At the time, they were 1, 4, and 15. I was also working part-time at the Y as a personal trainer and a wellness coach. So first semester, I'm taking all online classes. I'm handling it because, I only work part-time, and it seemed like it was pretty easy. But then my children started getting sick. My daughters were constantly in and out of the emergency room. And during finals, one of my daughters actually stayed in the emergency room overnight because she had pneumonia. And I had a final due the next morning. And I remember us leaving the hospital. I think we got home like at 5. And I remember getting in my bed and praying, saying, God, I can't do this. Also during that time, I was in a minister in training program at my church. So I got regular school going, and then I got minister in training school. And so not only was I ready to give up on school, I was ready to give up on the minister in training program because all of it was a lot. And I remember I was getting ready to text my pastor and be like, And I opened up Facebook, and another pastor from a church that's all the way in LA somewhere had posted, "Don't give up." And when I opened up Facebook, that was the first thing I saw. I said, "Don't give up." So in my moment of wanting to quit and telling God, I can't do this, He told me, don't give up, through a message on Facebook, right? God is good. So anyway, also during that semester, my dad had a heart attack and a stroke. So I had to fly to Dallas, and I had a paper due. And I made it a day trip because my husband had work and I had work and just a lot going on. But I needed to lay eyes on my dad and pray for him. So I hopped on a plane, flew to Dallas with my homework and my laptop. My laptop is old and it's big. It barely fit in the seat. And I remember on the way home trying to type my paper with this big laptop in this little space, but I got it done. So that was my first semester. The semester after that wasn't too bad. I actually got a 4.0 GPA. I had four classes, 12 units. Nothing significant that I can remember happened. But the next semester, my third semester, which was spring of 2024, I had to start working full-time. And not only did I have to take on a full-time job, I kept my part-time job. And I had 15 units. I started the semester with 15 units because I didn't know I was going to have to work full-time. And I was so confident because the previous semester I got all A's. I had a 4.0, so I was like, I can take on another class, not knowing that I was going to have to take on a full-time job while keeping my part-time job. And when I tell you, I thought I was going to lose my mind. I literally thought I was going to lose my mind doing all of that. And not only did I take on a full-time job, the job I took on was as an alcohol and drug counselor. And it was hard. I didn't know the impact that secondary trauma was going to have on me. And I didn't know how to process it. And hearing some of the client stories and dealing with their issues actually depressed me to the point where I had to get my own therapist. And it was tough. And also during that time, my oldest son, so I have 3 adult children. I don't know if I said that already, but my oldest son was looking at life in prison for sending text messages. He's a 3-strike. Under the 3-strike law, he was looking at prison for sending text messages. Never put his hands on anybody, never hurt anybody physically, but because when he gets mad and he sends text messages, threatening text messages to people, he did this on 3 separate occasions. He had 3 strikes and was literally looking at life in prison. So I was dealing with that too. And it was hard. But God sent people to help me. God sent people to love me and remind me that He was there. And I made it through. And for a whole year, I carried 2 jobs, full-time job and a part-time job, while going to school full-time and taking care of my family. So here we are at the end of spring of 2025, and I've taken all the classes and retaken some classes too, my social sciences. Like, God did all of that. And here I am. I still work full-time. I still have the part-time job too. But I did it. God did it. And not only did He did it, I'm graduating with honors. Like I said, I still have to do my internship. But as far as the classes go, I am done. And it's because of God that I made it through. Because it was hard. And I'm still in school, but it will get easier. Because after I do my internship, I can switch to all online classes as I continuously work towards my master's. But God did it. So I needed to record this moment to remind me that when times get hard, that He's already done it and He will continue to do it. I just need to trust Him. So this video's for me. And I'm going to post it because it might help someone else. It might help one of you. Don't give up. I'm telling you, God's got you. If He's told you to do something, He's got you. He's going to make a way. Even when it's hard, even when you want to give up, even when you don't know what's going to happen, keep showing up because He's faithful. And He's got you.